Are you going to do that every time you enter my room?
Oh, don't be such a grumpy Gus. Anyway, I bought you your food. I hope you like it. I made sure to put extra tender love and care into it.
She places a tray on my bed. The meal she cooked is comprised of some cooked salmon, chicken soup mixed with various vegetables, and what seems to be a cup of hot tea.
I even added some honey to your tea to make sure it was extra nice and sweet.
Wow, you went all out on this, didn't you?
Of course, Hallie. I wouldn't do anything less for you, my darling.
There she goes again. The more she says she loves me, the more I feel like this is all just some cruel dream. A cruel dream I'd rather wake up from than have to continuously endure. It's almost torture at this point.
I'll be downstairs eating my meal, okay? Remember, don't go walking around the house so much. You need to stay in bed or else you won't get better.
Yeah, I got it. Told you I was sorry.
Alright. So long as we understand each other.
As she starts to walk out of the room, she suddenly stops.
I hope you're not too upset at me for being so bossy. It's just, I don't want to see you get hurt. I couldn't forgive myself if you were hurt and I didn't do anything to help you.
It's alright, Sayori. I understand. I'm not upset with you at all.
Thank you, Hallie.
Sayori strides over to my bed again and surprises me with a kiss on my forehead. She gives me a smile before walking out. I could never be mad at you, Sayori. As I mindlessly eat my food, these negative thoughts swirl around in my head, reminding me how I don't deserve someone like her. Nearly everyone loves being around Sayori. Me, on the other hand, I'm just your average residential school nobody. I don't have any special talent that sets me apart from everyone else. I'm not a sports superstar or a star student like Monica. And despite this, I still imagine what it would be like if Sayori were to ever return my feelings. The kind of life we might have. This just feels like one of my dreams brought to life. It can't be real. It just can't be. I'm no one special. If anything, I'd only be a dead weight dragging her down. After finishing my food, I set the tray down on the floor and decide to watch some TV just to keep myself occupied. Sayori hasn't been here to check up on me. Maybe she's busy doing nurse things. It's not like I need her right now or anything, but still I can't help but wonder what has gotten into her. I still can't shake this uncomfortable feeling. A part of me wants to get out of here, sensing some immediate danger hanging over me, and yet a part of me doesn't. It's as though my heart and mind aren't seeing eye to eye at the moment, and so far my heart is winning. I turn my attention back to the TV to calm my mind. There he is, my little guy. There he is, my little guy. Isn't he cute? That's not what I wanted to hear. Yeah, maybe some mind-numbing television will help take my mind off this beautiful nightmare I've found myself in. It isn't long before I end up falling asleep with the TV on. Perhaps it worked a little too well.
After talking things over at my house, Mio and I set off to see Hallie, or at the very least to try to see what is going on with him. I have to admit this has me very nervous. My father has praised my observation skills and has said I had the potential to be a good detective. Even so, I've never actually done any real detective work before. I can't just leave Hallie like this, though. So, you know what we're going to do, right? Yes, we're just going to drop off the homework for Hallie. I'll do my best to distract Sayori so she answered, or should she answer the door. Meanwhile, if possible, I'll see if I can do something or minor investigating while she's distracted. Are you sure this will work? Well, not exactly. I saw something like this in a movie once where a woman tried to break into a kidnapper's home to save her love interest. And what happened? She ended up getting captured as she tried to get him out of the basement. Okay, maybe we should both be present and see what we can learn for ourselves. Yes, I think that would be safer. You know, you should lay off watching so many mystery and crime dramas, Koto. Perhaps, but I can't help it. It also doesn't help when my father comes home with all these fascinating stories. Oh, right, he's the chief of police. There's one case in particular running through my mind right now after hearing Hallie talk. You know this isn't anything like those cases your father handles, right? Of course I do. Still, though, the tone of his voice and the description he gave of Sayori, I can't help but see the similarities. You see, back when I was a little girl, my father told me about this nurse who was suspected of doing away with her patients. Sayori wouldn't do that. I'm not saying she would. Still, though, it was said this nurse would target specific patients, men. She would often seduce them to lure them into a false sense of security, only to mercilessly do away with them. Few people caught glimpses of her and gave what information they could, but, as far as anyone knows, she was never caught. Mio's eyes widened at this revelation. It's been a few years and the murders have seemingly stopped, but the mystery remains. Aside from the description of her having blonde hair and brown eyes, there isn't much else to work with, not even a name. It's believed she wasn't even a real nurse, only impersonating one to get close to her victims. My father said they just gave her a nickname until they could find out anything. What would that be? The night nurse. Obviously, Sayori isn't the night nurse, but I can't help deny seeing some parallels between what she's doing and what this nurse did.
Okay, so you can't deny seeing some parallels, or you can't help seeing some parallels. Putting both together does not work.
For all their sake, let's hope it's just an odd coincidence and nothing more. Trust me, I feel the same way. As we approach the address, I catch a glimpse of Sayori carrying a bag out of her house, taking over to where Hallie presumably lives. Mio and I exchange glances before we make our way to her.
God, my ability to read is rapidly deteriorating, and I do not know what's wrong.
Hello, Sayori. Surprised, Sarah drops the bag into a nearby bush. A pair of thick work gloves fall out of the bag upon impact. Oh, hi, you guys. What brings you over to this neck of the woods? Oh, well, we heard Hallie wasn't feeling well. I couldn't help but be concerned, so I volunteered to bring us over to her for the day to him. Meanwhile, I only tagged along just to keep her company and make sure she didn't get lost. Sayori eyes us, looking for us from head to toe. She then notices the folder in Mio's arms, promptly snatching it from her. Okay, great. I guess you can go ahead and leave now. Just wait a minute, Sayori. What's going on with you? Are you feeling okay? Huh? What are you talking about? I've noticed you were acting a bit off yesterday, so we were wondering if you were feeling fine. Of course I'm fine. Why wouldn't I be? Why weren't you in school today? That's because I'm staying here to make sure Hallie is taken care of and recovers safely. It wouldn't feel right leaving him by himself when he needs me, like need some help. You can be honest with us, Sayori. We're all friends here. I can't help but feel something about you is different. Like what? Well, your bow for one thing. What are you talking about? I always wear this bow. We both look at each other with confused looks before looking back at Sayori looking. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have my thirst duties to attend to. If you don't have anything else for me, I'll be going back to check on Hallie. Sayori wastes no time grabbing the bag and the gloves she dropped before rushing back over to where Hallie lives. She promptly opens and slams the door shut. That went well. Hallie is right. There was something up with Sayori. She was rather dismissive of us, don't you think? Well, I have to admit you might be onto something. I'm confused over what she said about her bow. That did strike me as odd. What caught my interest was that what she was carrying in that bag. I noticed it too. What would a nurse need with heavy-duty working gloves? I'm not sure. I've never heard of any nurses using those kinds of gloves for anything. Exactly. As much as I don't like the idea of it, perhaps we might find some answers in Sayori's house. Are you seriously suggesting we break into someone's home? Under normal circumstances, I would be highly against it, but these are not normal circumstances. All right. I still don't agree with this, Koto. I'll take all the blame for everything, Mio. I won't let you get in trouble. That's not what I'm worried about, Koto. I don't want anything to happen to you either. It'll be fine. After all, I'm perfectly capable of defending myself. Mio reluctantly follows me to Sayori's front door. I glance over my shoulder. There's no sign of Sayori. I take a hairpin from my braid and begin working on the lock. Unfortunately, picking a lock seems to be much harder than it looks. As I continue to struggle, Mio approaches the door and turns the doorknob, opening the door. Huh? Sometimes the simplest solutions are the best answer. All right. Let's move. Right behind you. How are you doing, Hallie?
I didn't miss something, did I? I looked away for just a moment. No, we're good. I'm awakened by the sound of Sayori's voice. I look over to see her in the doorway carrying a drink mug, a folder under her arm, and what seems to be one of her stuffed cows.
I decided to get you some warm chocolate to help with your throat. want to keep you company. Say hello to Mr. Cow.
Sayori, thank you, but...
Say hello to Mr. Cow.
Hello.
Good. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, hopefully you'll start to feel better soon in no time.
What's that you have under your arm?
Yes. Oh, some of the girls from the music club came over to drop off your homework and see how you were doing. I thanked them and sent them on their way.
Huh. Sayori isn't usually one to just dismiss people like that. It seems like Koto was already trying to put some kind of plan in motion. I'm not sure what that would be exactly.
You wouldn't happen to know anything about this little visit, would you, Hallie?
No, I'm as surprised as you are. I didn't even think about all the schoolwork I missed today.
Well, don't you worry about a thing, my darling. You won't have to think about that nasty old homework for today. I want you to focus on getting better.
Are you sure?
Sure, I'm sure. Listen to your nurse, Hallie.
I appreciate this slow down, but I still can't quite catch it in time.
After all, it's my job to take care of you until you're better. Like being...
What's with the little smiley there?
I mean, until you're better.
It didn't say something else before, did it? What happened there? Well, can't argue with that. I know I can. Very easily, in fact. For my sake, though, I shouldn't do that. Anyway, thanks for the hot chocolate, Sayori.
Oh, you're welcome, Hallie. You know, it almost reminds me of some of the winters we spent when we were little.
Yeah. When it would get dark outside and we'd rush inside, my mom would already have some hot chocolate ready for the both of us.
You always had this adorable look on your face when you saw it.
At least it wasn't like the poor face you made whenever you drank it too fast.
I resent that.
You know I'm only kidding, Sayori.
Alright. Don't forget to take your medicine, okay?
Yeah.
Let me get you another glass of water. I don't want you getting up so much unless you have to. You need your rest.
I know, Sayori. I know. Are you never going to let that go?
You know how much I worry about you, Hallie. Now wait just a moment. I'll be right back.
She dashes out of the room and goes down the stairs, her footsteps making loud noises as she does so. I know she means well and all, but then a part of me feels like she's become a little obsessed with me. Is it wrong that a part of me enjoys this attention from her? It just doesn't feel right. Ugh, my head.
Alright, there you go, Hallie. A glass of fresh water just for you.
Oh, thank you, Sayori. I didn't even hear her enter the room. I guess I was just lost in thought for a moment there. There's a pause as Sayori glares at me.
I'm not bothering you or anything, am I?
No, not at all. What makes you say that?
You were kind of ignoring me for a moment there. I hope that's not your way of saying you don't want me around.
No, Sayori, that's not it. I guess I'm still kind of out of it, that's all.
Okay, because I'm doing my best to help you and I wouldn't appreciate you treating me that way.
You know I'd never treat you that way, Sayori. Are you sure you should say that to her? You still don't know if this is real life or fantasy right now. I care deeply about you. You're one of the most important people in my life, Sayori.
One of them?
I mean, besides my mom, you know.
Oh, okay. So long as we understand each other. I'm here because I love you and I want to be here, so let me help you. I won't take no for an answer.
Sayori, the last thing I would ever want is to push you away again. I don't want to go back to us being estranged from each other.
I never forgot about you, Hallie. You were always on my mind.
Really?
Yup. You've always been important to me, too. I was sad when we weren't talking as much, but I'm super glad we can be together like this now.
Yeah. It's like a dream come true.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Is there anything else you need while I'm here? You said you were feeling kind of out of it.
As I sit up to take a drink from my mug, I catch a glimpse of something outside the window next to my bed. Something is going on at Sayori's house. Is that Koto? What are she and Mio doing over there at her front door?
Hello? Earth to Hallie.
Ah! I can't let her see through the window! I put my mug on my nightstand and move in such a way as to block the window from view. Sorry, I'm just so out of it right now. I think it's because I have this pounding headache that hurts like hell.
Oh, I'm sorry if I was being a little mean to you before.
No, that's okay. Consider it karma for all the time I've poked fun at you.
Well, maybe I can ease the pain, or help ease the pain for you a little bit. I'll see if you have any aspirins in a while.
Sayori gets a little closer to me. I look behind me, moving back to give Sayori some room while quickly looking out the window. Okay, the two girls seem to be out of sight now.
Maybe if I could just give the top of your head a little massage, that might help with the pain.
I flinch a little at the touch of Sayori's icy cold hands.
Come on, Hallie. Don't fight it.
Sorry, it's just that your hands are kind of chilly.
Oh, sorry about that.
No, it's okay. I just wasn't expecting it. Your cold hands or the massage.
I don't mind doing this for you at all. After all, I'd do anything for my beloved partner in love.
Okay. Phrasing. I can't help but shudder at Sayori's touch. This time, however, it's not so much because of her cold hands. No, this time it's more so the feeling and sensation of it all. Sayori, my best friend and the girl I've had feelings for since we were younger, tenderly holding and massaging my head.
Don't fight it, Hallie. Just embrace it.
Alright.
Does that feel good?
Yeah, it sure does. I don't feel so much tension anymore.
That's good. It's just you and me, Hallie. Nothing else matters right now. You can enjoy me tenderly playing with your scalp for as long as you'd like. It's too bad I don't have one of those massagers. I bet those would give a great massages. I didn't think of looking for one, though.
It's fine. This feels better than anything those two hickeys could ever do.
How is that so?
I can't describe it, but this just feels soothing. How do you do it, Sayori? Said a thing.
Well, I just take my hands and I just...
You know what I mean, Sayori.
Oh, right. Well, I don't know. I guess you could say it just comes to me naturally.
I imagine you'd make a great mother someday with how well you're treating me.
Hallie.
I really must be in La La Land if I blurted that out to her. She momentarily stops massaging me as her cheeks turn crimson.
Are you saying that you want us to...
No, Sayori. I didn't mean it like that. I just meant... well, words. Text box things. Well, that you have incredible motherly instincts, and yeah, you'd make a great mother someday, of course. Not right now. I mean, we're still in high school and all, high school and all, and anyway. It seems as though I'm going all in with this dream, if it is a dream. Try to hold it together, Hallie. Remember why you called Kotonoha in the first place.
Oh, right. Oh boy, that was... surprised you with that one, Hallie.
I didn't mean it like that, Sayori.
I know, but still.
She has this dreamy look on her face as she resumes her massage treatment. We remain quiet for a while until Sayori speaks up.